We run the ball, and then they don't call timeout, so we're gonna go to victory. And I peek down the sideline to my right, and I see Eric Shenander, and he's just staring right at me, smiling. Tears start to go in his eyes, and I'm like, don't you do it, Chids. I'm not crying right now, man. I gotta hold this thing together. And right when I walk away from him, the Gatorade hit. That together for me in the moment, all those emotions of seeing these guys that just in my time here, the moments and how much they have my heart, it was overwhelming for me because of that.
However long the Spencer Danielson era will last at Boise State, it is off to a great start. The traditional Gatorade bath capped off what was Boise State's most dominant win of the season, 45-10 over rival Utah State. All week long, we heard the Broncos were fired up, and with a slim chance of getting into the Mountain West Championship game, they were focused on what they could control. As it turns out, maybe the universe loves the Broncos because the things they couldn't control have also gone in their favor. Here's what happened. 2 weekends ago, Air Force fell to Hawaii. They were favored by 19.5 points to win that game. With that loss, the Broncos could now hold the tiebreaker over the Falcons if they win this weekend. Then right after that, the Broncos beat Utah State. New Mexico came into Fresno, took down the Bulldogs on the road for the first time since 1994. Fresno State was a 23.5 point favorite to win that game. The Bulldogs would have had the tiebreaker over BSU, but now they are out of the race entirely. The odds of all this happening were about 87-1. So this morning, head coach Spencer Danielson told us what it was like for the team to watch all those pieces fall into place.
That's the beautiful part about college football. You know, every week is a new week. We landed back in Boise, and everybody pulled their phones out. It was, and no one really moved from after we landed because I think it was like 4 or 5 minutes left in the game, and we definitely stayed there and checked the score of that game. That's all we wanted was an opportunity. We got one. It's Friday at 2 o'clock with all the marbles, same for Air Force, and we can't wait.
So what is the path to put Boise State in the Mountain West title game? Well, first and foremost, the Broncos need to beat Air Force on Friday. Not only is this always a big game for BSU, the Falcons are in the same exact position, so they're going to be fired up heading out onto the blue. Beyond that, it gets a little more complicated. The easiest path forward is for UNLV to beat San Jose State. That would put BSU in a championship game against the Rebels at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. But if San Jose State wins, that would create a three-way tie between BSU, UNLV, and SJSU. That would have to be settled by a computer algorithm between to pick the top two teams. UNLV likely taking the top spot. BSU and San Jose State are really close in the rankings right now, so we really won't know for sure what would happen until that happens. To make it simple, if you're a BSU fan, you're rooting for the Broncos on Friday, obviously, and then UNLV on Saturday. We'll see how it goes. We're back with the news at 6 after this.